What's going on, YouTube? This is Manny from Manny Fresh Bets. First of all, I know I've been out of commission for a little bit. A lot of things going on during the holidays, Christmas, New Year's. Got sick a few times with the cold, with a flu. Just been kind of up and down. But finally, I'm back. Definitely want to thank everyone for subscribing, for commenting on my Twitter. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Manny Fresh Bets. I thought I'll do it a little different. Usually, I'll just kind of screen record all my picks on FanDuel and on DraftKings. I thought I'll, put a face to the name, get to know you guys a little better. Again, I appreciate all the new followers on Twitter. I've been getting a lot of new followers, even though I haven't been posting any videos. So I greatly appreciate it. Just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone. Happy holidays, anything that you guys celebrate. Hope you guys had a wonderful one. Also, prayers up to Hamlin. Terrible situation that happened during the Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals game. So definitely our thoughts and prayers are with him, and hopefully he pulls through. Without further ado, these are my week 18 picks. If you guys see that I'm looking to the side, I got these notes here that I kind of put up. Again, in these last 2 weeks, it's very difficult to see and to figure out who's resting players, who's not. A lot of teams that are out of it sometimes pull off some surprising wins, cover spreads. Teams that are fighting for playoff hopes lose. So again, play by ear. Make sure you got your notifications on ESPN, on ABC News, Fox, whatever news you get in terms of sports. Make sure you have those notifications on, because a lot of players are going to be resting. Some teams have nothing to play for. Some teams have everything to play for. So without further ado, I'm going to first give you this video is going to be for my straight up picks for week 18, and I'm just going to give you who I'm thinking is going to win these games. And I'm also going to give you a few plays. I'm probably going to put a screenshot up of my my parlay that I did on FanDuel already. So I try to get these lines quicker when they first come out, just because usually you get a better deal. You get better odds when they first come out. Obviously, the downside of that is if somebody's announced out, or if the teams are resting players, you're going to get the worst of it. So I had that happen to me with Tennessee. I believe they were, I want to say like 7-point underdogs against Dallas. They ended up resting a lot of the players because that game didn't really mean anything to them. This game right now in week 18 means everything to them. So I ended up, I can't remember if they covered. I know they lost like 23 to like 17 or something. I think they ended up covering anyway. But it was definitely a sweat if they did. I don't recall if they actually covered the spread, but that's what I took. So for this week, we got Kansas City minus 9.5 versus the Raiders. I'm gonna take Kansas City here. They're actually the worst team in the NFL covering spreads this season. I think they only covered 4 spreads the whole entire season. So I'm kind of staying away from them in terms of the spread. But again, this is the straight up picks for week 18. So I'm taking Kansas City straight up against the Raiders. Then we have Tennessee. This is a very tricky game. We got Tennessee. There's plus 6.5-point underdogs against Jacksonville. As of right now, Josh Dobbs is starting for Tennessee. That kind of worries me. So for this game, I'm going with Jacksonville. I mean, I have to take the stronger team here. I have to take the team that has showed me more fight, more promise. Even though I have and if you guys watched my my video at the beginning of the season, I gave you my picks to win the division. That ticket is actually still alive. I had Minnesota, I had Philly, I had Tampa Bay, I had, who else did I have? Um, can't remember the ticket right now, but I'll post it on Twitter, just so you guys have it. I might post a screenshot of it as well here. I actually got Tennessee to win the division, so I might lose that ticket, and that's the only division that I'm waiting for. So I called Minnesota. I had a feeling they were gonna win that division against Green Bay. I called Philly. I thought they were a better team than Dallas. And I knew Tampa Bay was going to win the division. It was very tough, but they ended up winning it. And then who else? I know I had a few others. Cincinnati. I took Cincinnati on that ticket. Obviously, that needs to wait because the tragic events that happened. But I think they're going to win the division. So I took 2 tickets, same teams. The only teams that I switched up was Cincinnati and Baltimore, and they both have a chance to win the division. So whoever listened to that video at the beginning of the season, you guys are holding a ticket that's probably going to win. It's just depending on Tennessee. If Tennessee pulls it off, we win the ticket. If not, I had an extra ticket, and I took all those teams, and I didn't put that division in there because I knew it was going to be a tough year. So again, if you guys are holding that ticket, you're probably going to win some money, just like me. So for that game, again, I'm going to take Jacksonville. I think they're just a stronger team. Dobbs doesn't give me any confidence. I know Bravel is a great coach. Their defense is probably going to step it up. Derrick Henry's coming back. He rested last week because that game didn't mean anything. So I'm taking Jacksonville there. Again, if you guys think that Tennessee is going to pull up the upset, take Tennessee on the spread, and I'll explain that on my spread video, against the spread video. I think Tennessee is going to keep this game close. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. But I took Jacksonville there. In the next game, we got the Jets against Miami. This game, I actually passed on my straight up picks parlay, but I think Miami's going to win this game. The Jets are, if you saw the press conference against after the game versus Seattle, Robert Saleh was talking like the season was over. Obviously, they're out of playoff contention. So is Miami. Miami might be playing with their third string quarterback, so that's worrisome. I just think the Jets gave up on the season, so I'm going to take Miami with the stronger receiving core. Then Cleveland against Pittsburgh. I haven't been posting videos, but I have been kind of going back and forth from people on Twitter and a couple of my friends. This is the NFL special right here. Basically, they're begging Pittsburgh to win. The NFL wants Pittsburgh to win. They have a lot of fans. They bring in the money. That's the same reason why Green Bay is winning all these games last minute, because the NFL knows that if Green Bay wins, they're going to get more viewers. If Pittsburgh wins, they're going to get more viewers as well because they have a large following. And that's not to say that the NFL is rigged or anything like that. I just feel like Pittsburgh's a stronger team. Cleveland looked better against Washington, but that was Washington. I mean, no offense to Commanders fans, but you put Carson Wentz out there when Taylor Heineke was doing pretty well. You were asking for that L. You took that L, because of the choices that you made. So I'm gonna take Pittsburgh there straight up. Houston versus Indy, I don't have a big opinion on. I'm probably not gonna bet this game too much. But if I had to choose, gun to my head, I'm probably gonna take Indianapolis. They look terrible against my Giants, and congratulations on my Giants fans. We're in the playoffs. Exciting time. Dabo is definitely the coach for us. Everything came together. Indy looked like they gave up in that game against the Giants. But Houston, they can't win. The thing is, they're playing very competitive, but it almost seems like they play competitive enough than to lose. If they win and Chicago loses, Chicago gets the first pick of the draft. I don't think Houston wants to lose that first pick. I think they're going to tank this last game. They're going to make sure that they have the first pick. So I'm taking Indianapolis straight up on that pick as well. Tampa Bay against Atlanta. This one's a very little confusing because Tampa Bay they already clinched the division. That's all they were looking for. Last week was pretty much their Super Bowl. They clinched the division against Carolina. Great comeback. Brady to Mike Evans. I think he scored like 3 or 4 touchdowns. That was insane. He just looked like a man among boys in that game. This game, they're probably going to rest everyone. I won't be surprised if Brady plays maybe one series, one offensive series, maybe doesn't play a game at all. So you're going to see Tampa Bay's backup QB against Atlanta. Atlanta, they keep playing hard. I mean, you saw them against Arizona. They don't give up. That team is looking for Ritter to be the quarterback of the future. So I'm taking Atlanta straight up. Then we got Carolina against the Saints. Carolina's plus 3.5 against the Saints. The over-under is 41.5. I'm taking New Orleans here. The Saints, they showed me something last week against Philly. They're not gonna quit. You know, they're gonna keep playing. They know they're out of it. They can't make the playoffs, but they're gonna keep playing and they're gonna keep playing hard and they're gonna keep throwing Taysom Hill out there with these gimme plays, and they usually work. Carolina, great story this year. You know, I can't front. The last couple of weeks with Sam Darnold, they look much better. The defense is great. It's just they got to figure out the offense. You know, they got to figure out who's going to be quarterbacking next year. They got to figure out if they're going to keep Sam Darnold, they're going to build around him, or they're going to, you know, draft a quarterback or pick up maybe Derek Carr. Who knows what they're going to do. But in this particular game, I got the Saints to win. Minnesota's -4 against Chicago Bears. I'm taking Minnesota. I'm probably going to take them at -4 also. Minnesota's defense is pretty terrible. So I could see Justin Fields doing some things. But as we saw, you know, Chicago couldn't even score against Detroit. And Minnesota and Detroit's defense are pretty similar. You could probably throw it a little more on Minnesota's defense. But I just don't see any playmakers except Justin Fields. So I'm taking Minnesota straight up. The Giants against Philly. Again, congrats to my Giants fan. We're in the playoffs. Hopefully we don't see San Francisco. I'm hoping we see another team and not the Niners. I'm very scared of the Niners. I don't want to see them in the first round of the wild card. But in this game, I'm taking Philly. New York is 2 touchdown underdogs. So they're plus 14. The over-under is 42.5. This gets me thinking the Giants are resting players. The Giants can't do anything for their playoff positioning. So I think they're probably going to rest Daniel Jones. Again, he's probably going to play maybe one series, if that. Saquon is probably not going to play more than one snap or a couple of snaps. They're just going to rest everyone, get ready for the playoffs, whoever they play. That's what's going to happen. But that's why the line is so huge. Usually, even against Philly, I think the line at the beginning of the year was like 3.5 or 6.5. You never see these big spreads, especially division games. They're in the same division. I think they're just resting players, and they're resting everyone for the next game. So I'm taking Philly there straight up. The Rams against Seattle. This is a tough game, but I'm going to take Seattle here. They're actually 6.5 point favorites against the Rams. I mean, the Rams look bad against the Chargers, but I don't think they're that bad of a team. They just have a lot of injuries. Basically, their offense is turned to shit pretty much without Cooper Kupp. Give credit where credit is due. You know, Cam Akers has been doing his thing the last couple of weeks. Baker Mayfield came in there pretty much cold, beat the Raiders, but then he hasn't looked that great after that. So I'm going to take Seattle there to win that game. They're still actually playing for the playoffs, so they're going to go at it. In terms of the spread, I might take the Rams on a teaser just because I don't think Seattle's able to blow them out. Then we got the Chargers against Denver Broncos. I'm going to take the Chargers here. They are -3 on the spread. Over under is 40. I'm taking the Chargers. I think the Chargers found something. Denver is basically a lost season. I hope Russell Wilson picks it up. I hope he does better next year. It seems like a great guy. He just, kind of went off too much on social media. With the Broncos, let's ride, Broncos country. I think he overdid it. Kind of talking a little bit too much, which is uncharacteristic of him. He's not that type of person. He seems like a great guy. He's been a good quarterback. It's just a new system. That coach was terrible. I'm glad they got rid of him. They're gonna do better. But in this game, I got the Chargers to win. Arizona versus San Francisco. San Francisco's -14. So 2 touchdown favorites against Arizona. Arizona's done. They've been done for the last 3-4 weeks. Kyler Murray's going for the season, as you know. The San Francisco 49ers are playing for the number 1 seed. Very long shot to make it, but they still can. It's them, Philly, and Minnesota playing for the number 1 seed. They're still going to play hard. Arizona, again, they're done. Play pretty tough against Atlanta. They could have won that game, but this is a step up, major step up. So I'm taking San Francisco straight up there. Then we got Dallas against Washington. Another team, Washington's done. They're done for it. I like Coach Rivera. Even as a Giants fan, I like him as a coach. He's a great coach, great motivator. As you see on my Twitter post, I posted when one of his players made it to the Pro Bowl, who had his mom pass away recently. He was very emotional about it. Great guy, great coach. It's just he doesn't have the pieces around him. It is what it is. That's this team. Unfortunately, Dallas is playing for something here as well. They actually could win the division too. If Philly loses and they win, I think they win the division. So Dallas is playing for something. Give me Dallas to win straight up against Washington. Then finally, we got Detroit +4.5 against Green Bay. I told you guys, Green Bay is going to win. They're going to win out. They're going to make the playoffs. And don't be surprised if Green Bay either makes it to the Super Bowl or comes very close to making it to the Super Bowl. This is kind of Aaron Rodgers' last kind of stand. He's looking to, kind of write it out here. I know he has a lot of young receivers. It's been a frustrating season. But all in all, he can still make the playoffs. And Detroit, great season. I like their head coach. They play hard. They got good receivers. They got good running backs with Jamal Williams and Swift. But their defense they've been better, but their defense is just, they're stinky. They can't cover nobody for a whole 4 quarters. So I have Green Bay to win and make the playoffs. So to recap, here are the picks. I got Kansas City to beat the Raiders. I got Jacksonville to beat Tennessee, even though it's going to kill my futures parlay with the division winners that I made at the beginning of the season. Then I have Miami to beat the Jets. I have Pittsburgh to beat Cleveland. I have Indy to beat Houston. I got Atlanta to beat Tampa Bay. Again, Tampa Bay is going to be resting players. I have the Saints to beat Carolina. I have Minnesota to beat Chicago. I have the Seattle Seahawks to beat the Rams. I got the Chargers to beat the Denver Broncos. Then I have the 49ers to beat the Arizona Cardinals. Then I have Dallas to beat Washington. And finally, I got Green Bay to beat Detroit. In terms of the parlay here for the straight up picks, it was a plus 3,095 odds. I took KC, Pitt, Atlanta, the Saints, Minnesota, Philly, the Chargers, San Francisco, Dallas, and Green Bay. If you don't feel comfortable with Atlanta, maybe you think that Tampa Bay might still pull out the win, you can definitely take that out and substitute it with another game that you like. But those are that's my parlay, my 10-leg parlay straight up pick. And I gave you already my picks for the straight up just the teams that I like winning straight up. Like, fade, change whatever you like. Again, this is Manny from Manny Fresh Bets. I thought I'll show my face after, creating all these videos for you guys. I definitely appreciate all the love you guys been showing me. Again, thanks for the new subscribers, the new likes, the new comments, all the new followers on Twitter. I can't thank you guys enough. Those are my straight up picks. Hope you guys cash. I'll be posting a screenshot of the parlay and some other picks that I like to the video and to Twitter. Again, guys, thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoy your holidays, enjoy your new year. Let's cash week 18. In the playoffs, I'll be posting picks on the playoffs too. Take care, guys. God bless, and we will talk soon.